Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I have something very special for you. If you're a student, you're a freelancer, you are a business owner, you're young like me, you're old, no matter your age, gender, or who you are, I have something very, very interesting for you. Before we continue, permit me to take some sips. Oh, water is life. And without further ado, welcome back to the channel. I don't know what that means. Today I have something very, 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 very special for you. If you're a student, you are a business owner, you're a freelancer, and you have issues with managing your time or linking your time management to your goal setting and having a more productive every day, you need to watch this video to the end. I have something very special for you. Now, permit me, with just join my heart, to introduce you to my assistant. My assistant is the simplified goal setting, time management, and productivity planner. Originally made for students, but I've been seeing an extensive use I've been seeing an extensive application of this, my assistant, in ways that I could not think of when I thought about it. And wait, what? Yeah, you get it right. And then I want to share it with you how to use my assistant to make the most of your everyday. Now, the best part is that we have three things. We have goal setting, which you probably learn of. We have time management, and we now have productivity. Now, the concept of learning these things individually, most times we learn it individually. You watch this YouTube video, you read this book on goal setting, you understand goal setting, you understand time management, then you know what it means to be productive. But you have issues linking these three things together. Trust me, I don't like using that word, but trust me on this one. This book will show you how to link all of them together and have the most efficient, if your what is efficiency, the most efficient life you can ever imagine. Now let's jump right in. Now, as you can see here, I have my board. What do they call this? Mood board? I don't know. I have this board that I kind of like used to visualize my life, and I have these activities laid out. I also have my daughter here, and I have my assistant. So I'll leave a link in this video, right, where you can download yours. If you just download it for yourself. Best use is you print it out. It might cost you a little bit of money. Should it be free? I don't know if it's free or paid for now, but let's just walk through it. So you download the My Assistant and then make sure you print it out. It doesn't have to be formal like mine. If you're close, if you're in a private state, you can just send me a message on WhatsApp. I can give you a hard copy. If you're far away, you're in the US, you are in wherever you are in the world, just use it, download, print it out for yourself. It doesn't have to be fine like this. Just the knowledge in the book is very inside. I can't wait to share it with you. So print it out for yourself and use this video as a guide, and let's get started. Now, the first thing let me drink water, please. At the beginning of every year, people have things called New Year resolution. What I want to achieve for the year. These are the goals, the vision, whatever you call yours. Also, people have people set goals for the year. It's beautiful, but we can agree that when those goals are not written down, verily, verily, I say unto you, chances are you might never even remember that you had those goals. You just wake up like July, when it's half of the year, everybody's trending is July, mid-year, you're like, oh, I had those goals, and you've not done anything. And before you know it, it keeps going. Ember month, the year is over, and you procrastinate to the next year. And it's not your fault. It's just that your brain is very busy with other things, activities upon activities, things to do. That is why you have to write down your goals. Now, so when you have whatever goals you had for the year, if you've written it down, let's transfer it here. This booklet is very simple. First thing it has here is your 2023 goals. 2023 goals. So it has a lot of spaces where you can write down your goals. For myself, starting with this segment, setting your goals, I broke down my goals into SG, FG, HG, MG, BBG, and BG. Sounds cool, right? Yep, those are made up terms by me, and I love the fact that I brought these terms to life. They're so cool. Like, what's your SG? What's your BBG? You feel me, right? Yep. Okay, so your SG is what? Your spiritual goal. What is your spiritual goal for the year? We cannot underestimate the power of having a connection with our God, whichever God you believe in, but you cannot underestimate that our Creator is very essential. So you have your SG. What is your SG? And you write that down in the space here. In my case, should I read down my goal? Nope. So okay. So I have to reach a place of koinonia with God through constant communication. That's my spiritual goal. An increased level of communication with God. What does that mean? Just having to talk to Him daily, pray daily, more prayers, more time with Him than I normally would do. So that is my SG goal. We have my FG financial goal is to reach $1 million and 200,000 weekly milestone. 200,000 weekly milestone. Disclaimer: I do not have money. I don't have money. I don't have money. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay, that's my financial goal. And I also have it written down there. I will come to this later on. So to reach $1 million and $2,000 weekly, and then we have my health goal. What is my health goal? My health goal is to look hotter than Michael B. Jordan. I want to look hotter than him. I saw his last Creed video and dude was amazing. The body dude, his fit is so nice. It's one of my celebrity crushes. I liked him. I love him a lot. And then I just want to have a goal to look as fit as he is. And I had have a little hashtag by there or something is there. So my MG is my mental goal to read one book daily. So I can sound as insightful as Buzi Tembagoya. I like the way he speaks. He comes from a place of knowledge, and that can only be achieved through reading, intensive reading, studying, and now using this knowledge to create life experiences or to go through life and have results for yourself. So read one book daily. Then I have my BBG. My BBG is my brand building goals. BBG. So to build an outstanding personal brand that motivates teens and young adults to improve themselves, to become a better version of themselves. That's my BBG. Then I have my BG. That's my business goal to become in Nigeria, to become a more colorful person. I don't even know what that colorful means in Nigeria. Okay, so that is the first page, your goals. Then I now have something called the personal study. You cannot underestimate the power of personal study. Most people just miss this part because they don't plan it out. They don't even have it in view. They just read at random. Those things do not work. So what is your personal study? How do you become more relevant? Because truth is, whatever you know as you wake up day by day, those things become absolutely because of the changes, the trends, everything is just happening so fast. Life is moving fast. A lot of industry trends. Yesterday, graphic design was a thing. People use CorelDRAW. Then we woke up one day and we have Canva. Now we have Midjourney. AI tools that is everything is moving so fast. So how do you update yourself? How do you stay updated? How do you stay as an industry leader? You have to be at a constant place of studying. So I have here my personal study, which is now broken down to weekly. Now the concept of goal setting is that when you have a big goal for the year, like what I have here 1 million, example, $1 million, dollars. How do you break that down? You have to break down goals into monthly so that you can check them. You can know half milestones or for this month, because for you to make that amount of money, if you break it down into monthly, which is divided by 12, you realize that all you need to make is just 83k. So 84k approximately. 84k every month. If you can meet that target, automatically you will just reach your bigger goal. So that milestone, if you reach that milestone every month, you reach a big goal. Then if you break that down, 84 divided by 4, we have 4 weeks in a month, 21. So you reach 21k every month. It's every week, 21k every week. Definitely at the end of the month, you'll reach your big goal, your milestone, and then that's just the breakdown here. So sticking back to the study, okay, let's do daily. So if you now do 21 divided by 7, 21 divided by 7 puts you at 3. So let's see, 3,000 every day. 3,000 every day. If you do 3,000 times 365, okay, so 3,000 every day. If you can make that every day, then you are sure, like at the end of the year, you will reach that goal. So let's see, 3,000 times 3 times 365. So that puts you at 1,095,000. So instead of worrying about how do I reach this goal, what do I do? You just know that every day you wake up, whenever you wake up, your goal in that 24-hour space minus your sleep time, which is maybe 6 hours, 8 hours. So let's say the remaining 15 hours, your goal, 15 hours is for you to reach 3K. If you can meet up that goal, you hit your target. So now let's come back to the personal study. The essence of personal study is just to keep you in check, keep you, progressive. So I have here, areas I would like to build on personally. I have human psychology, I have branding, I have marketing and sales, I have negotiation, I have communication, public speaking, and just something random. So I break it down. I simplified it into every day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for Monday is human psychology, reading books on human psychology, one book every day. I think I have a playlist that I do my book reviews. Every book I read, I review the book, just to be sure that I understand what that is. So if you've not seen the playlist, just check the link in the description. I will add that out and go check out the books I've read so far and just feel motivated to do your own too. So human psychology, I have branding on Tuesday, sales and marketing on Wednesday, Thursday is negotiation, and Friday is communication, Saturday is public speaking. It's more like the same thing, but just a little bit different. Then Sunday is random, just read something random. It could be family life, it could be, marriage life, parenting, just something random, just to give me, and then I have that laid out. I also have courses. So I always have like maybe one course every day, but for the sake of, the way I planned out my stuff, I like to take one particular course for, course it's a boot camp. I think it's an 8-week, is it 8 week or 3 months? It's a very extensive boot camp, 90-day boot camp with one of our industry leaders. So I want to do 2 hours of that course every day for the next, God knows when, until I complete that course. So just 2 hours every day. It's easier for me than saying I want to sit down at one stretch and take the course. It doesn't work like that. And then we have your resource centers where you can get, stuff for yourself. We have YouTube channels where you can get information about personal growth. We have, just check it out. A list of channels that can teach you about self-growth. We have a list of channels that can teach you about coding. A list of channels where you can draw motivation from. Motivation. Another thing about motivation that people really underestimate the power of motivation. We feel like, you stumble upon a video one time and it's like, we can go cast. And you just feel the energy. They talk about living your best life, living your dreams, and you're all hot. But guess what? The next day you wake up and you realize that energy is gone. You don't feel nothing. Like you're nothing. Like you're just like, you're back to square one. Why? Think about it this way. When you're hungry, what happens? You eat. At that point, you feel the energy back. You've eaten. You are energetic. You are hot again. You are, in good shape. But then what happens the next morning? By the time you wake up, the food is gone. You're tired. You're hungry again. So motivation is like food. You have to keep eating to stay motivated. You have to eat continuously. That's why we have this list of motivations for you. Motivational channels on YouTube where you can just go there every day, draw motivation from these industry leaders from these channels. Just stay constantly motivated because you need it in this journey of self-improvement and personal growth. Personal growth, right? Yep. And they also have books here, books on money management, which is very essential. Money management. We have books on improving your mindset. We have books on building relationship. It could be what? Intimate relationship. It could be networking, business relationship. It could be any form of relationship is very essential. You're not an island. You cannot grow being an island. You need to know how to connect with other human beings. That is where you get the best for yourself. And now we've reached the Oga Kwata of them all. Now this is the main engine of this book. It is where your life is broken down into your 24 hours. This is like your 24 hours right in front of you from 12 a.m. down to 12 p.m. That is like 24 hours, a whole circle for you. And then you can see your time. I mean, when the first time I saw this was, I think back in school, in my, 300 level, I had a new friend. He was, he was cool. It was first class material. Guy was a machine. And like, what's the secret? Like, what are you doing right? Like, behind this person this guy is studious, this guy his English was, he speak like he was a Tembogoya. Guy had a fluent accent. He was so cool and very knowledgeable. So, like when we got connected, he liked me because I was tech inclined. I liked him because he was in the same department, civil engineering. So I liked him just like, okay, civil engineer meets brand engineer. We had and we both hardworking and dedicated. So that was like love at first sight for both of us. So what is your secret? We're just having conversation. And now he brought out an A4 paper, just random plain book where he had his time laid out like this. And when I saw it, I was like, damn, how come no one told me? How come I didn't think about this? So the moment you lay out your time like this, your life becomes easy. You just see, you feel very naked seeing your time like this. And he wrote down, this is lecture time. This is what we have here now. And a more designed version and a compiled responsible version of that. But I've used that in the past. It worked for me. And so I'm replicating this for you. So you now decide what time you sleep. The thing about sleep is, I think the first thing you do with this book is just me. Just be happy with yourself. Just be truthful with yourself. How many hours do you sleep? Don't let anybody motivate you and tell you, billionaires don't sleep at night, this and that. See, breakdown, right? Breakdown is real. Your sleep time, do not play with that. There are people who, there's no point of starving yourself of sleep, only to be very, very inefficient in the daytime. Starve yourself of sleep. Except you know that if you sleep 2 hours, it will carry you. You've mastered that over time. Beautiful. So the first thing you do is analyze your sleep time. When do I want to be sleeping? You mark that out. Then what time do I wake up? So you set your wake up time. So for me, I have my wake up time, and my wake up time, I start with my spiritual activity, which is morning devotion as I have it here, and in collaboration with my health activity. Now, if we had SG was spiritual goal. Now we have to break that down into activities. Concept is you have a goal, which is yearly. You have milestones, which is monthly. You now break it down into weekly activities and then daily activities, because the compilation of your daily activities is what will help you reach your yearly goal. Whatever you do today, those small habits you do every day is what becomes the bigger picture. The result comes. So this is why we have this now. So you have your daily, your SG, you know what that means. Sorry, SA is your spiritual activity. The G is the goal. The A is activity. You have your workout. Then you have the book, MA. Next thing is book. This is like, there's no variation. This was my own. This is myself. So in between the hours of 6 a.m. and 7, I'll do my HA and my SA, which you know what that means now. I believe you do. Then by 7 to 8, I'll do my MA. That's a mental activity. What? Read a book. Then by that 8 o'clock, I should be on transit, going to work or going to where I want to work for the day. Since I'm jobless at the moment, it's called being a digital nomad. It's a weird life. And so that's activity 4. So while I'm stepping out, I do a little bit of to do for that day. And just in case it's a new job I have to do, something to add to the calendar, just plan my day first before stepping out, or while stepping out, while I'm on the road, or whatever the case is. And then after that, I have my BBA. I realized that these days I shoot a lot of videos in the morning. This is morning, and I feel so at ease, making videos, because once I step out, have a lot to do, long hour before this evening. I can't make videos in the evening. I'm always super tired. So morning is the best for me to do my brand building activity, which in this case is shoot videos on Mondays, addictive videos on Tuesdays, schedule them on LinkedIn Wednesday, Canva quotes on Thursday, do short videos on Fridays, schedule them again on Saturdays. Sunday is all church for me from morning till around 12. That's what I have here. Then I have just between the hours of 9 and 11 a.m. Then 12 is complete break for me. So it's just break time for me. Just take a break, go and get food. So I have your food, then get back to work again by 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't included anything there because I just need work time. I could be doing anything. That's like client's job. And then I have 5, 6, 7. That's more like another spiritual activity, just personal, Bible study or whatever I have to do between those hours. I just have that more like a free time, but specified to this, since my number one goal was really to improve my spiritual activity, which is crazy, but I'm still working on. And then I also have, another health activity. I sit for very long hours. I mean, sometimes from the hours of 11 here down to maybe 6 p.m. That's a lot of back pains, waist pain, God knows what. So the goal is to work out again in the evening, so that just like relieves you, makes you feel better, so that you can stay up again. And then when I'm done, by Monday 9, I watch the videos. Excuse me. So by Monday's evening, I get to watch the video I shot in the morning. I have that here. And then 10 in the evening, by 10 p.m., I do a mental activity, which is take a course between 10 and 11 p.m. I'll take a course that I was supposed to. Mental activity, the course I told you about. I'll take that between those hours. And then later on, I will send out videos. I'll send out, I have some business MMA, that's money making activity. I do those by between 11 and 12 a.m. Then whichever thing I have to do. And by 2 o'clock, I should be going to bed. So I can sleep and be human. And we have that. And then we also have here like your food schedule. I think I'll leave this blank for the copy I'll put online. I have like a food schedule. You just put that out for yourself. What do you want to eat? Like you just plan that out. It makes life very easy for you. I think one of the most difficult questions I have to ask myself is, what do I eat? That is very scary. And that thing freaks me out. So you're like, I'm hungry. what do I eat? Then you start thinking, oh God, how do I eat on a budget? How do I make food? The time, whether you're worried about time to prepare the food or you're concerned about the money, like how do I spend on a budget? Especially if you're working, just that's the problem. So instead of having to think about that every time, every day, just sit down one day and plan that out. Morning, I'll take tea and bread. Evening, I'll do soup. You can even specify what soup you want to do, but just you see that for yourself. Put in the food, fill in your full planner so that you just know Monday is boring. Yeah, you make changes. At least you will not eat what is there, but then just the fact that you figured out what food might look like on that day, it makes life easy for you. And just to give you a balanced diet too, so you don't eat rice like I used to. Okay. Then we have here another important part, your progress report. So the best part about this is the fact that I told you earlier, nobody's an island. You cannot do these things alone. It's very easy to grow with, someone. I used to share a story. When I started my tech journey into tech and entrepreneurship, I did not do it alone. I had a friend that he was way more dedicated than I was. His name is Fede. I used to mention him a lot. His name is Fede too. He was way more dedicated. I don't know what was his driving force. I didn't understand it. At first I was angry with him, like, what's wrong with this guy? This guy, you don't get wahala, you have parents, so what do you want to achieve? Now I was the one without, source of a life. I was very depressed. What is going on there? But then his energy was high. And I asked him, I had to ask him, why are you so driven? He's like, he just doesn't like a normal life. He just wants the best for himself. And I was like, someone can just sit down and think of wanting the best. I'm inspired by that. So every morning we used to we roll out a lot together, work together. So just being close to him, just seeing him push. By default, I started learning too. I started going. Sometimes pushing was just sitting down a whole day and maybe editing video. That consistency of having to leave your house, go out to a workspace, because you used to have like this workspace in school, go out there, sit there, the consistency over time. We did that for I think 2 years straight. It became a habit. I cannot stay in my, even till now, I find it difficult to stay in the house. I have to work so much. I still prefer to go out to school because it gave my blood from the 80. Go out to school, do what you have to do, then come back. So you need a partner. It could be your friend, very close friend. It could be your mentor. Someone has to, keep track of you. Every week you go to there's a weekly report. Every week you go to the person, you tell the person, oh, this is what I did this week. This is where I defaulted. Of course, some weeks you might default. You're starting on some, you will make mistakes that this way you will not keep to this completely. But the fact that you have this all laid out would always give encouragement. You go to the person and to know that you have someone that you're going to report to. The person will analyze what you've done. Is it worthy of, reaching your monthly milestone? Let's say you're supposed to make $3,000 every day. And for whatever reason, you did not reach 3,000 times 21 times 7 is 21. So let's say that week you were at 15. You didn't reach 21. What was the case? You discussed that with the person. This was the issue. Maybe I had distraction. Maybe I had issues in my relationship that affected my mind and I wasn't progressing. Maybe I had a lot of work with academic school stress and I don't know how I feel overwhelmed. You talk about just airing out those things with that person sometimes can just make your life very easy. And the person listens to you and tells you, oh, okay, how about this? How about that? Just few suggestions gets you back on track. So the person will check you out. Okay, your week run, you did perfectly. And second week, it just goes like that. For the since it was meant for students, we only had a 16-week mark. Since it's only for students, 16, but you can stretch it out for yourself. Then for you, the owner, you sign here, you put your name. After successfully acquiring my personal assistant, promise to use it without excuse. Let me share a story with you. Something that really hurts me even till the present date. I had a friend someone I knew, we worked together. And currently the person would have been like a multi-millionaire. I don't know if she does not know that, but she had this very solid brand. I was working with her towards building that brand. I can't say what she used to do, but she's the best. She's the best with a very strong audience. These are the audience that we are imagining here. These are audience that will come to our DM and be like, please, you're supposed to drop an article. You have not done that. Please come. When are you dropping the next series? She was so good. She was so good. I had this, she had a loyal fan base, up to 700 comments on her articles. 700 comments, 1,000 likes. She was hot. But then one thing happened. She just kept giving excuses. A lot of excuses. And the worst part about excuses is that no matter how sensible your excuses, no matter how valuable your excuses, it might be true. Absolutely. But the truth is there is no result. Your excuse does not give you any result. So if you're to use this, just make sure that you don't have excuse. Whatever has to be done. In fact, the aim of this book is to make sure that whatever has to be done at every time should be done. Everything has to be done. And then you use it without excuse to track my time, plan my day, set goals, and eliminate procrastination. Eliminate procrastination. No postponing. What has to be done has to be done now. Even if you default immediately, okay, like let's say you're supposed to work out by this time, but then you woke up late, you missed that. You can still do the workout, even 15 minutes, and then you continue with the other activities. There's no point of, because you missed this one, you start feeling bad, and that keeps ruining every other. No. This one is bad for the day. Okay, you miss your workout, but then continue from where you stop. Pick up yourself and move. And then you sign this because you have to be accountable to yourself first. You have to be accountable to yourself first. That is responsibility. You sign this, and then you have your accountability partner sign these parts for you. So I'm still looking for my accountability partner. Please, the application is open. If you'd like to be my accountability partner, apply in person. Visit colon.com/start to get started on the application process. It's not free. You have to pay me for being my accountability partner. Not really the case. Okay, so that is it. We have the end part, which is the notes for yourself. You can write any other information you want to do here. And then we have the marketing here, Color. This was presented by Color. Color is the branding and digital marketing agency. Visit color.com to find out more about what we do for businesses. Now, after you've done this, something I like to do a little bit extra for myself is this. I like to have this board. This board I just changed it recently to the board so I can write for our training sessions. It was just normal time stamps. I think that's what I call it. There's an official name for it. I can't remember. I don't know. This is it for me. So I just use sticky notes to write down, most of these things so I can see it visually. The more you see, it's just easy. There's no point of I have a lot of things on my mind. I work for a lot of business, so I cannot I tried it in the past, carrying everything in my mind, thinking, I have this covered, I know what to do. I don't know if it works for you. If it does work for you, congratulations to you. I am proud of you. But for me, I like to lay out everything, offload them, right? Offload them from my mind and put it here so that I can have free space to think about what I have to do at that time. Not thinking about this and something pops up in your mind. Everything is out here. So you can get this for yourself. You don't have to wait to buy the whiteboard. This is not the whiteboard. This was custom made, DIY. I love DIYs. So the first one I used was cardboard. You can check out my previous pictures. You'll see them. It was just cardboard on the wall. Then the sticky notes so that they can be pasted on the cardboards. A little bit of gum. You're good to go. You don't have to go and buy Hollywood stuff. So you have that laid out. You just pin yours. This was I think 800 naira for a whole set. Each is 200 naira. That's I think below $1, I guess. And you're all good. Now, since it's something that is one thing is always with you all your time, which is a smartphone. The extended application of this is that I like to set alarms for everything I have to do. It works like wildfire. It's annoying, and that's it. That's the point of it. That every hour your alarm would ring and tell you, oh, this is what you have to do with respect to what you have here. So by 6 o'clock, your alarm is up. Bang, bang, bang. You are supposed to be awake. 6:30, by now you should be done with devotions. It's workout time. By 7 o'clock, you should read a book. The alarm shows up. Read a book. By 8 o'clock, you just link everything you have here to alarms on your phone every time. It might drain your battery, but I think the effect is it keeps you very conscious so that you don't overdo an activity. And also that sometimes you get distracted, something happens, you probably impromptu. Absolutely, impromptus will always happen. Your friend shows up, someone shows up, something happens that steals away your attention. Not your time. Your attention is being stolen away, but then this drags you back. Oh, my friend. Oh, thank you very much. I had a great time with you. But that alarm, even the person seeing the alarm ring, no, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something is, you should be able to understand as a leader that something is not right. Oh, thank you, please. I have to get back to work. You saved yourself that stress. It works like wildfire. So you link that up with your alarm and your life is going to be super efficient. The point here is efficiency. Efficiency is the watchword. Just that you have a more productive day. At the end of your productivity, if daily, you now realize that you've managed your time very well and you've reached your goal in overall. So thank you very much for joining this series. I appreciate your time. Thank you for taking out time to, watch this video with me. I really appreciate you. I hope you download this, get a copy for yourself, plan your time, plan your life, and I wish you a very colorful living experience. Thank you. And do not forget to subscribe for more amazing videos like this. God bless you. And bye. Whew, that was great. Yeah. Oh, thank God. Wait, you're still here? Come on, subscribe. subscribe, and bye.